Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, I'm out of my favorite kind of coffee. And you know, I'm very sad about it. Anyway, in today's video, we're going to be discussing some of the most important support in the history of the Bitcoin chart. This uptrend right here, dating back over 4 years. Guys, this could get bad. As you can see, this uptrend has been relevant here on the Bitcoin chart for over 4 years, and has been supporting the market ever since. Should it break? Well, we'll discuss that in today's video. But needless to say, it would not be good. Guys, this is a very important chart pattern, and if you don't already know about it, you should. In today's video, I'll be edumacating you on the subject while also complaining about being out of my 8 o'clock French vanilla coffee. Only the best from Crypto Jeb for you guys. I have to stick with this plebeian original stuff. So guys, if you enjoyed today's video, there's this little button down below. It's called the like button. You probably heard about it. If you don't already know about the like button, you should go down below and introduce yourself by hitting it. That's how I make all of my new friends, so go ahead and do that. And also guys, if you're new here, consider subscribing. We make daily cryptocurrency content, and you might get hit by a bus if you don't subscribe. I mean, I'm just saying, for safety's sake, maybe you should hit that subscribe button. I think someone put something in my coffee, guys. Anyway, without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive on into it before I make myself look like even more of an idiot. Guys, when I'm doing videos like this, I like to start with the case that I disagree with, and then counter it with the argument that I personally stand by. So in this video, I was going to discuss the bullish case for Bitcoin, and I was going to show you the bullish technical indicators for Bitcoin. I was going to give you the reason that people are bullish on Bitcoin right now. But then I noticed something interesting on the chart, and that is that there's really no reason to be bullish. I'm going to try to do it justice, but there's not a whole lot of a reason to be. 1, Bitcoin has fallen back after trying to test resistance multiple times. We've come up here once, twice, 3 times, 4, 5, 6 times plus, testing this blue zone of resistance. We have not managed to get through it. Furthermore, Bitcoin is not being able to maintain its higher lows that it was up until about 2 days ago. We had a low, then we had a higher low, then we had another higher low, and guess what? We're trending to the downside now. But Jeb, you cry. The longs. Look at the longs, Jeb. They're so very high. You talk about market sentiment. That must mean that people are bullish on the market. That must mean that the market sentiment is bullish, and that has to mean something, right? Well, not necessarily. If you watch yesterday's video, new channel art by the way, then you will see in this video, those longs are very overextended, and that might seem like a good thing, but it's actually not, because of the potential for a long squeeze. And even if we don't have a long squeeze, these longs are going to start coming down, and when they do, that's going to add selling pressure to the market. This right here might look bullish on the surface, and up until a couple days ago when we had a very large chance of breaking bullish, it was a bullish thing. But now it's actually kind of a ticking time bomb. And that's going to be very important for the topic at hand today. Because guys, Bitcoin has tried to go bullish time and time and time again. We had a less steep uptrend right here, and now we're just straight up trending to the downside. This is not a bullish look for Bitcoin. This is not a good look for Bitcoin. The only bullish thing that I can say about Bitcoin right now on the shorter term chart, remember, I'm always bullish on the long term. I will never waver from that unless I have a good reason. I don't see a good reason anytime soon. The only bullish thing on the shorter term chart is this downtrend right here that Bitcoin was below, and now we're testing support on it. But guess what, guys? If you look back on the chart, that reminds me of something that happened in 2018. It reminds me of this. Guys, Bitcoin had a downtrend right here that Bitcoin finally did actually break bullish above. A lot of people were getting bullish right here, but the rest of the 2018 market will show you why you don't trade off of one technical indicator. Bitcoin was not bullish because it got above a downtrend. Bitcoin was bullish because the downtrend played itself out and it was too steep. Bitcoin just simply could not stay below it. Bitcoin wasn't that bearish. So yes, for the time being, Bitcoin has gotten above a downtrend of resistance, but it's actually not that big of a deal. And guys, like I said, I try to do justice to the other argument before I start the video. You guys know I like to show you both cases, the bullish and the bearish argument in each and every single video, so that you are able to go and make decisions for yourself. I don't want to be the one doing your thinking for you. I want you to be doing your thinking for you so that you are able to apply your own thinking to your own trades. I'm not going to be there all the time. I'm not going to be able to show you every single trade, nor should I, even if I could. So it's important that you guys understand how to work in these markets on your own. That's why I try to show you everything that I can so that you can come to your own informed decisions. That's why we start with the bullish case. Now for the bearish case. And guys, this is a little bit damning. I don't even have the right coffee, and I can see that, guys. First things first. As I mentioned earlier, the longs are still very, very high. And this is a problem. The reason that this is a problem is because these longs are going to start moving to the downside. They're going to start crashing. Eventually, these longs are going to reverse. They're not just going to go up to 100,000 longs on Bitfinex. They're going to start moving to the downside. And when they do, that's going to add selling pressure on Bitfinex, where these longs are found. And you can bet your bottom dollar if there's this many longs on Bitfinex, there probably are on the other margin exchanges also. When the longs start moving to the downside, that's going to add selling pressure. And right now, Bitcoin is above crucial support. This downtrend that we were talking about a second ago, Bitcoin is testing that as support, and currently holding it. That does not mean that it's going to keep holding it though. By no stretch does it mean that. If we start to break below this, then that not only means that we broke this downtrend, it also means that we broke this flat level of support here at around $7,100. Neither of those are good for Bitcoin if you're looking for Bitcoin to be bullish. Furthermore, guys, on the daily chart, as you can see, that bullish MACD that I was so excited about a week ago, it is starting to converge bearish on itself. Over the last 3 days, these two lines, the MACD, the MACD line, and the signal line, are starting to converge on themselves once again. And when these cross to the downside, guys, that's not going to be good. Just gonna leave it there. Furthermore, guys, on the weekly chart, Bitcoin was looking to start converging bullish on its weekly chart MACD. That is more than likely going to start diverging again. And now that we're out on the weekly chart also, guys, by the way, Bitcoin is below a lot of the levels of support that we were so excited about. For instance, right here, we had this golden cross between those two moving averages, the 50 and the 100. Bitcoin was also above those up until about 3 days ago, which was good. We were testing support on them, hoping to go farther to the upside. Alas, we did not do that. Bitcoin fell back below them. That's not a good look on Bitcoin either. That is bearish. Also, guys, look at this. Bitcoin has a lot of reasons to potentially be moving farther to the downside right now. There is one thing that could catch us, but I'm not so sure that it's going to. It's called the golden pocket. You guys have probably heard me talk about this before. It's a region in Fibonacci retracement between 61.8 and 65%. Bitcoin likes to reverse around this level. As you can see, that's what we did previously. We're now testing 61.8% as our support, around $7,200. That's why Bitcoin has been trading around this level for so long. As you can see, we're trading at $7,228 right now. Fibonacci is literally on the exact same dollar value, $7,228. And this golden pocket theory, guys, this isn't just out of nowhere. We've seen it be useful in the past. As you can see, it's what predicted the top here for $14,000 back in June of 2019. Bitcoin is currently testing it as support. So here's my prediction. And here is also the trade, since you guys love the What's the Trade segment so much. I know you guys hate when I say it. I know you guys are tired of people saying it. I know you're tired of hearing it. But right now, Bitcoin is at an important decision point. I'm not saying that for the sake of clickbait. I'm not saying for the sake of FOMOing or fudding you. I'm saying that because it's true. If Bitcoin starts falling here below that 61.8% level, which is sitting right around here, then we're going to be making a lower bottom on the hourly chart. As you can see, if we make a lower low below this low, then we're probably going to be heading quite a bit lower. And we're going to be testing this low. That low is the 65% retracement on Fibonacci. Guys, if we start a new downtrend from here, when we've been trying to recover, it's going to cascade. The bears are going to take back control. Those longs I talked about, they're going to start getting liquidated. It's going to add selling pressure. It's going to crush the market sentiment. It's going to drive Bitcoin farther to the downside. And if that happens, guys, that uptrend of support that we were just talking about comes into play in a big way. This is where the decision point is. Bitcoin has this massive uptrend. It's been in play for 4 years. There's not a lot of trends that you can see on the market that have been in play for longer than that. The only one I can think of is the 200 weekly simple moving average. But guys, if Bitcoin breaks below about $7,150, maybe $7,100, then we're more than likely to come back to $6,500, which is where this uptrend will be sitting by the time we get there. And what that means is that we're going to be testing it as a level of support. Bitcoin has tested in the past, and we have succeeded at being caught there. Now, keep in mind, guys, with these longer term uptrends, there's a lot of different ways you can draw them. Some would even argue that you need to draw it not like this, but like this. And by that metric, we've actually come down and nearly tested it anyway. And the place to test it will be around $6,500, meaning that we could perhaps double bottom and start a new uptrend from there, hopefully. But guys, I'm going to be real with you. It's going to be hard for us to hold this support. If Bitcoin wants to break below this, it's probably going to. And if we do break below it, that's going to be very bearish. That's going to push Bitcoin very far in the bearish direction. And if we do break it, then we're starting to look at levels like $6,000 and the 200 weekly simple moving average sitting around $5,300 right now, somewhere down here. Those are the kind of price targets we're talking about. Bitcoin needs to hold. Like I said, this is an important decision point. I forget who it was, but I heard someone talking about the routes to $100,000. There's a few different ways you can do it. We can bounce here and move up to $100,000, or we can take a detour down below $6,000 and then do it. No matter what happens, I think we're still going there in the next 3 years. But it's important to understand that before that happens, there's a very good chance that we go sub $6,000, test that 200 weekly simple moving average, and hopefully hold. Because if we don't hold that, that would be very bad. So guys, I know this video started off very playful. I know I made a bunch of jokes early on, but this is a serious topic and it does have important ramifications for the market. That being said, there's a reason I started this video with so many jokes. And it's because I want you guys to understand something important. And that is that you only fail when you've accepted failure. You only lose when you accept the possibility of losing, because You can always come back and try again. There's very few things in the world that don't allow you a second try. Cryptocurrency is not one of them. You can always try again in cryptocurrency. You can always go and work at McDonald's for $8, $10 an hour, make some more money, go on Bybit and try to make your money back and become a crypto millionaire, whatever your goal is. It doesn't matter what the market does. It's important for the matter of technical analysis and trading and investing and making money and whatnot, but at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter what the market does. And I'm a cryptocurrency commentator. I've been discussing and commenting on this market for over 2 years now. It does not matter in the slightest what this market does. Let me tell you what does matter. What matters is what you do. Because what I found in my life is that, and perhaps I'm a cynic for acting like this, for believing this, for working like this, but it's what made me who I am today, and I'm proud of that. I found in my life that if you leave your success in the hands of other people, you are never going to have that success. If you leave your success in the hands of what Bitcoin does, you're never going to have success. If you leave your success in the hands of a trading bot or a broker or a friend of yours who trades cryptocurrency for you, you're never going to have success because no one but you has your own motives at heart. At the end of the day, guys, you can't trust anyone with your dreams but you. No one else is going to put in the work, the thousands of hours it takes to build what you want to build for you. You have to do it yourself. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying don't trust people. I'm saying take charge. I'm saying take the lead. I'm saying be a leader. I'm saying take your success and take your failures equally into your own hands. If you screw up, admit it, be a grown-up, and say 2 things. Here's what I did wrong. Here's what I'm going to do to make sure it doesn't happen again. And if you have success, say these 2 things. Here's what I did right. Here's what I'm going to do to make sure it happens again. If you follow those rules, you're going to be successful no matter what. And it doesn't even matter in the slightest what Bitcoin does. Because let me tell you something. Millionaires are made in bear markets just the same as bull markets. You have to buy somewhere before you can sell. In the same way, you have to have some place to enter a short position before you can close it. It doesn't matter to me if Bitcoin goes back to $3,000 or $2,000 or $1,000 because I'm still going to be here commentating on it. I'm still going to be here trading in it and investing in it and working in this market and keeping up with the technology and looking forward to the future because I believe in what I work on. And if you want to be successful in cryptocurrency markets, entrepreneurship, business, raising a kid, I don't care what you're doing, you have to take your success into your own hands. Do not ever blame anyone else or anything else for your failure because at the end of the day, you can't control what they do. You can only control what you do. So only be concerned with the faults of yourself. Never worry about what other people did to you because you can't change that. The only thing you can change is you. It's still not French vanilla, but it'll do. Guys, this generation that I'm a part of, I'm 19 years old. A lot of you guys might not know that. I'm 19. A lot of the people in my generation, and also in the previous generations when they were my age, it's not so much about generation, it's more about age. We all were extremely entitled when we were younger, in general. I don't think I was ever very entitled, but a lot of people are. They think they're entitled to certain success. They think they're entitled to a place to live, and a place to sleep, and a place to eat, and running water. They think they're entitled to money. They think they're entitled to education. They think they're entitled to all these rights. Everybody's complaining about, oh, I have the right to this, I have the right to that. I'm not getting political, but I also want you to understand that there's something more than just what your rights are. You have to understand what your responsibilities are too. If a semi-truck had a brain, would it feel fulfilled if it wasn't hauling something? If a cargo ship had a brain, would it feel fulfilled if it wasn't carrying something? In the same way, many humans are designed to take on responsibilities, to bear weight, and to make a difference in the world. And if you're not doing that, then you're not fulfilling your responsibility. You're not doing what you were made to do. And because of that, you're not ever going to have the satisfaction out of life that you want. So stop feeling entitled, stop blaming others, stop complaining about what the market's doing, and start working your ass off if you really want to make money in this world, if you want to become an entrepreneur, a business owner, or a successful trader or cryptocurrency investor. Don't blame others. Only blame yourself. Never feel entitled. Stay patient, stay persistent and diligent. Work smarter, not harder. And for the love of God, guys, if you don't already, drink coffee. I promise you it'll help. But anyway, guys, with that rant out of the way, I do want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching as always, and I will see you guys